Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs, and we are going to be doing rows 30 or 41 to 50, and so we're going to be decreasing on the right side. So row 41 is a decrease row, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to chain one, and we're going to turn our work. And then we're going to slip stitch all the way to that chain three. So there is three slip stitches. So we're slip stitching in each one of those three. And then we're going to slip stitch into the chain three, and then chain three, and then do your three double crochets in there. So that is how we start a row. I am going to put this I'm going to use this safety pin as a stitch marker. So this is the side. When I see this stitch marker, I know I am decreasing on this side only, because we're not decreasing on the other end. Not for a while yet. Alright, so I've got the peach in there, and now we need two tan. So we're going to switch over to the tan. And then we need a sky blue. So the sky blue is clear down here, and we're going to bring it up here. Alright, and then we need to do pink, purple, pink. I mean purple, pink, purple. Alright, so I'm going to bring the purple over, and then bring this pink up with us too. So there's purple, pink, and then we'll bring back the purple. And then we need to bring back our sky blue. Okay, and then we need a green. Now we're bringing all these colors with us. And then we need to bring in our pink, and we need 2 pink in here. So there's 1. And then we're going to switch back over to our green. And now we need 2 green. So there's 1. And 2. And then we need a sky blue. And then we need our light peach. So we need 3 light peach. And then we need to go to our sky blue. All right. We need 5 sky blue in next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And then now we're going to go to light peach, and we need 2 light peach. Yep. Yep, one more. All right, so 2 light peach, and then we need our sky blue. We're going to leave this light peach there and go back to our sky blue. And we need 4 sky blue. So 1, 2, 3, let me say 4. All right, so now we have our 4 blue. We need purple, pink, purple. Yes, we're going to need that. Okay. Alright, let's go back to purple.
Alright, Dominic, get off the chair. Get off the chair.
Alright.
Dominic, I need you off that chair. Down on the floor. We're going to be going about 10 minutes. One more thing, let me know he's out here today. Don't say a word, let me know.
Alright. So then we need a sky blue, but we're going to leave this purple behind. Bring the sky blue over. And then one sky blue here. And then back to the pink. We need 2 pink next. Oh. How did I not? Dang it. How did I not leave that purple behind? I thought I did. I must have grabbed it up again. Oh, goodness. Alright. Our sky blue. And then switching over to the pink, we need 2 pink. So there's 1. And 2. And then we're going to switch back over to sky. Nope, we need a green. We need a green. So 1 green. And we need 3 sky blue, a tan, and a dark. So we're going to leave that green behind. And a dark peach to finish this off.
because you're right, you're right. So, the light will stay here for time. The light is on.
All right, so we need our tan.
I got a patch.
All right, and then our dark peach here at the end. That is row 40. So we've made a corner right here, and we're just going to keep going. All right, so we will be back for row 41 in a minute. Okay, so we're back for row 42. So in row 42 on this side, we are not decreasing, so we're going to chain 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to turn our work, and then using this chain 6, we're going to create our square with the dark peach, like we usually do. And because we did that decrease in row 41, we are down to 40 squares now. And so, yeah, 40 squares. So we will be down to 40 squares. It'll always be 40 squares until we start decreasing on this end. So every row until we get to that point will be 40 squares now. All right, so then we're going to do our tan. And then switching over to our sky blue, we're going to need 3 sky blues. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we need green next. I'm just going to put 1 green, 1 sky blue, and 1 pink in these next 3 squares. So we pick up our pink. And then we are going to need 2 sky blue and 2 pink after that. So there's 1. And after the last row, I also cut off that purple because we are done with the purple for a while. And then after this row, we'll probably be done with the pink for a while. That we'll look and see. Alright, so 2 pink, and then we need to go back to our sky blue. And then we need 5 sky blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And this is 5. So then we need our light peach next. And we're going to put 2 light peach in. So there's 1. 2. And then we're going back to our sky blue. And we need 4 sky blue. So there's 4. And now we need 3 light peach. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we'll leave that behind because we'll be done with that for the row. Then we need to go back to our sky blue. And we're putting 3 sky blue in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we need green next. And then we need our pink. And then we're going to go to sky blue again. And we need 2 sky blues. So pink, sky blue. Oh no, 1 sky blue. What am I thinking? There's not 2 there. Hang on. It's 1 sky blue, 1 green, and a sky blue. So we need another green and a sky blue. And then we need 2 pink. Alright, and I should have left that green behind and blue. Alright, so to finish off this row, we need we need a sky blue after these 2 pinks. And then we need 2 tan. And a dark peach at the end here. So we're at the end, our decreasing end, right? So we're going to put the dark peach here. You will not be completing up here anymore. This is our last stitch down here now. And then in this, we'll just slip stitch into that. So it's going up the side. We're slip stitching into this chain 3 right here. We're just slip stitching in there. And then that is row 42. So row 42, and we will be back for row 43 in a moment. Alright, so the 43, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And there's no pink in this row, so I cut it off. Alright, so we're just going to slip stitch just like before, because this is our decreasing row end until we get here, and then we're going to chain 3 and then do our and then we need to go to tan and put 1 tan in. Alright, and then we need our sky blue. So we're putting 2 sky blues in. So there's 1. And 2. And then we need our green. So going to bring this green down. We need 3 green next. I might just go ahead and I'm bringing this pink up here so I can tie down this end. Work it in. Work in that end there. So there's 1. Two, and 3. And then we need to go to our sky blue again. And we need 2 sky blue. All right. I worked in that pink enough, so I'll cut that off later. So then we need our green again. And we need 1 green here. And then back to our sky blue. We need 4 sky blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And then we need our peach. our light peach. We need 4 light peach. We need that green again. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And then we need to go back to our sky blue. And we need two sky blue. And then back to our light peach. We are going to need 3 light peach next. So there's 1. 2. 3. And then we are done with that. We need to go to our sky blue again. We need 10 sky blue next. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And there's Miss Pumpkin. Hey, Pumpkin. You come say hi to everybody. No? There's purring away. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're going to switch over to our green. And we need 1 green. One too many. Leave that behind and go back to our sky blue. Now we're going to finish off this row with 4 sky blue, 1 tan, and 1 dark peach. So there's 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. We're leaving that behind, bringing up our tan, and then our dark peach. And there is row 43 done. All right. Let's mark that off. So we're going to chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we are not on the decreasing end. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And let's start off with our dark peach now. And then we need to switch over to our tan and do 1 tan. And then our sky blue. We need 16 sky blue, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th one, we're going to pick up this green and bring with us. We are going to need that at the other end. That's why. All right, so there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then this is 16, and then we're going to bring up our light peach. Hang on a second. We need 3 light peach. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then we need our sky blue again. We're going to put one sky blue in here. And then switching back over to our light peach. We need to put 5 light peach in next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to leave that peach behind. Go to our blue. We need 4 sky blues. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so 4 sky blue. Then we need a green. Um, and then we need 2 sky blue after that. Um, and then we need a pink and a green. So we're going to bring back in this pink. and then back to our green. And then we we're going to finish off this row with 2 sky blue, a tan, and a dark peach. And this is our last stitch right here. And again, because this is our decreasing row. And then we're going to slip stitch to this chain 3 here, and then that is done. So that is row 44. Let's mark that off. And 45 is next. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and because we're on the decreasing row, we're going to slip stitch up the side in the next 3 stitches, and then into that chain 3. And then we're going to chain 3 and make our square in that chain 3. And then we're going to switch over to our tan then. Put 1 tan in the next one. And then we need to switch over to our sky blue, and we need 2 of them. And then we need to switch over to our pink. And we are going to need 2 of them. But then bring this green up with you too when we put this pink in. We need to bring this green with us. I'm actually going to bring this end up too and work it in. Alright, so we need 2 pinks. And then a sky blue and a green. So we're actually done with that pink right there. There is no more pinks. No, we can leave this pink here. So we need a sky blue and a green. This is also the only green here too. So we can leave that behind. And then we need our sky blue next. Leave that pink behind. We are needing 5 sky blue next. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Then we need our peach, light peach. We're going to need 8 light peach. Alright, so there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, 8. All right, and then we need one dark peach. And then go back to our light peach again. And we need 7 dark peach, light peach, 7 light peach. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We can leave that behind. We're going to our sky blue, and we are needing, we're going to finish this up with 9 sky blue, 1 tan, and 1 dark peach. So we need 9 sky blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we're done with the blue. Bring in the tan. We're going to do 1 tan. And 1 dark peach to finish it off. And there it is. So we have 45 rows done now. We need to mark them off. And we could start 46. All right. So we're going to chain 6. We're on, yeah, we need to chain 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to turn our work. All right, and then we're going to switch over to our tan. And put a tan in. And then bring in the sky blue. All right, we're going to need 9 sky blue. All right, so we're going to go 9 sky blue, and then I'll meet you at the light peach, and I'll be back after the 9 sky blue. Okay, so I've got my 9 sky blues in there. We're going to bring up this light peach. And we need 1 light peach. And then we need dark peach. a light peach and dark peach. And now we're going to go back to the light peach. And we need 9 light peach now. So there's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And 9. And then we need to go back to the dark peach again. Put 1 dark peach in. And then back to the light peach. And now we're putting 4 light peach in. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. We're done with that. Now we need our sky blue. So we need 6 sky blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, five, and 6. Now we need green, sky blue, and then 1 pink. Let's see. So green, sky blue, and pink is the next 3. We're going to leave that green behind. Bring the sky blue out. And then we need our pink. Put 1 pink in. And then go back to the sky blue. And we're going to leave that pink behind there too. I actually think we're done with that pink maybe. We need 2 sky blue and a tan and then a dark peach at the end. We can leave that blue behind. Put in our tan. And then we're going to slip stitch to that chain 3 to finish off the row there. For that is row 46 done. So let's mark it off. 47 is next. And we are going to chain 1 and turn, as we are on the decreasing end. And then we're going to slip stitch all the way up to the chain 3. And then we're going to chain 3 and start our square right there. Alright, and then we need to go over to tan, bring the tan over, and we need 1 tan. And then we're going to switch over to our sky blue. And then we need to put 3 sky blue in here. So there's 1. 2. Well, on this 3rd sky blue, we need to bring this pink up. And bring that pink over to us. Alright, and then we're putting this pink in. We need pink. So 3 sky blue and a pink, which is right here. Alright. And then we need a sky blue. I'm going to put 1 sky blue in. I'm going to bring up this green. Although I don't see any greens coming in. So, we're actually going to cut that off. Let's cut off the green and put in the sky blue. And I need to get brown next. So I need to go do that, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here's where we left off. We had the dark peach, the tan, the 3 sky blue, the pink, and the sky blue. Now we're going to put in a brown. So a new color is coming in. So this is just a regular brown. And then I'm going to leave it behind there. And then we need to go back to the sky blue. And we need one sky blue here. Alright, now we need the light peach. So we're going to bring that up. Oh, dang it. We need to leave that pink behind. We didn't need that pink. This is making me mad. Alright. Alright, that pink can stay behind. Sky blue and then brown. And then sky blue. Yeah, and I just... Alright, now we need the peach. There's a fun mat. There we go. Bring the peach up. This light peach. We are needing 3 light peach. So there is 2. Alright, so 3 light peach, and then we have 1 blue, 1 sky blue, and then come back with the light peach again, and we need 3 light peach, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need a dark peach. Mm, and then go back to our light peach and do 3 more light peach. So 1, 2, three, and then back to the dark peach again and put 1 dark peach in, and then we're going back to the light peach again. And now we need 5 light peach. So 5 this time. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to go back to our dark peach again. How I did that. And put a dark peach in. And then back to our light peach. Now we need 2 light peach. So there's 1, and 2. And then we're going to finish this off with 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 sky blue, a tan, and a dark peach at the end. So I'm going to let you finish it off. I'm going to finish mine off camera, and then we will be back for row 48 next. Alright, so 48, we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we're still increasing on this end. Alright. I'm going to start off with this dark peach. And then we're going to go to the tan and bring that tan in. So the next one is the tan. And then we're going to bring in the sky blue. So you're going to bring in 9 sky blues. We're going to do 9 sky blues. And then I'm going to do mine off camera, and I will meet you at the end of the 9 sky blues. Alright, so our next one is we need 3 light peach after those 9 blues. So we put 9 blue in. Now we need 3 light peach. So there's 1. 2. 3. And then we need a dark peach in here. and then a light peach. We need 4 light peach this time. So there's 1. 2. Three, and 4. And then we have a dark peach. We're back to our dark peach again. Put a dark peach in next. And then go back to our light peach. And then we got 4 light peach again. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And then we go back to our dark peach. And put 1 dark peach in. And then we're going to go back to the light peach. And you're going to put 7 light peach in. So there's going to be 7. And I'm going to go ahead and put 7 light peach in here, and then we will be back after that. Alright, so now we've got the 7 light peach in there. We are done with that now. We need to bring the brown up because we need 2 brown next. So we'll bring up this brown. So we're putting 2 brown in. Then we can leave that behind, and then we need 2 pink. So there's 1. And 2. And then we'll be done with that. Alright, so now we got sky blue, and it looks like we're finishing this off with 2 sky blue, 1 tan, and 1 dark peach. And that'll finish off this row. Then we're going to slip stitch to this chain 3 up here, and that is the end of that row. So row 48 is finished. We'll mark it off. Two more rows for tonight. Alright. So now we're going to chain 1 and turn because we're on the decreasing end. And we're just going to slip stitch all the way up to this chain 3 and into the chain 3. Then we're going to chain 3 and put our square in that chain 3. Alright, so now we need a tan next. And then we need to bring in our sky blue, and we need 2 sky blue. So there's 1. And 2. And then we need to bring in the pink. There comes that green again. We're going to put one pink in. And then we're going to bring our green back in. Got two sky blue, a pink, and a green. But we are done with that pink though. We can leave that behind. Okay, and now we're going to bring in a different color. We need dark brown next. There it is. All right. All right, and then we're going to leave that behind. We are needing this peach next, this light peach. See if I can get into the right stitch there. All right, so we are needing 7 light peach. Okay, so we're going to do 7 light peach, 1 dark peach, and 13 light peach. Okay, and I'm going to do mine off camera, and I will catch up with you after that. All right, so we did 7 peach, 1 dark peach, and 13 peach. All right, so now we need you will be finishing this row off with 10 light blue or sky blue, and then 1 tan and 1 dark peach at the end. So I will finish off my row on my own, and I will see you for row 50. Okay, so row 50, we're going to chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and turn our work. And we're going to start out with this dark peach again. 1, 2, 3, per usual with this pattern. And then I need to go to the tan. And then we need our sky blue. Alright, so I guess we need one sky blue there. We're bringing this light peach up. Or do I want to do that? That's an awful long way to bring that. I think we'll just cut that off here. I'll sew that end in and bring it in here then. Alright, and then we're going to bring that sky blue back in. So we're going to switch back to the sky blue. And then go back to that light peach. Now we need 6 of these now. 6 light peaches now. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And then we want a sky blue next. And then we need 3 light peaches. So there's 1. 2. One more in there. And 3. And then we're going to go to a dark peach. So it's 1 dark peach and then 4 light peach after this. So switch back over to this light peach. So there's 1. 2. 3. And 4. And then the dark peach, and then we need 5. So the next one is a dark peach. And now we need 5 light peach. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Then we need a dark peach again. And then go back to the light peach. And now we need 4 light peach. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. Alright, and then we need sky blue. And then a light peach. And then we need 2 brown. So I carry this brown here with me. The only thing is we are done with this light peach now. We're not going to need that anymore. So we're just going to bring in the brown now. Not the dark brown, the regular brown. And we need 2 of those. And I'm bringing this dark brown up with me on this one, on this second one, because we'll probably need it in the next row, but I'm going to leave it behind right here. Along with that brown. Alright, now we're gonna ready to finish this off, I think. So we've got the 2 brown, we need a green. Okay, so a green and 2 sky blue, and then the tan and the dark peach. So we are done with this pink, so we're gonna cut it off and bring this green up. So we just need 1 green. Yeah. 1 green, and then 2 sky blue, and then the tan and the dark peach. I think I might just bring this pink up with me and work it in. Work in that end. We need the tan. And the dark peach to finish this off. Slip stitch, and there we have it. Alright, so there is 50 rows, and we still have 40 squares in this blanket. So we will be back next week for row 51 to 60, and I will see you then. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.